Welcome back, guys. I can't wait to show you what I've been up to this week. But if you're here for the first time, let me tell you how we got to this point. A couple of weeks ago, I bought a Fiat Punto. And I got this little bad boy completely by accident, by scrolling on the site and clicking buttons I shouldn't have. When I brought it in here, I realized that the bodywork was terrible, but even worse, the engine wasn't engineering at all. Led to me having to strip the whole engine down and pull out the head, which had a number of issues. Not only was it fully covered in grime and a load of carbon deposits, all of the valves had to be stripped out and cleaned up, the head itself had to be skinned, which we did DIY, and when it came to reassembly, I realized that the valve stem seals I bought were not the right ones. But like I said, we've been busy, so let me show you. And let's pick up exactly where we left off last time, and that's reassembling the head, because now I have my valve stem seals. As you can see, the new ones are actually pliable. The old ones are hard as rock. Have them all in a bit of oil here, just so they're a little lubricated. Now I'm gonna put them on. See them seated in there now. So our camshaft is back, still looking worse for wear, but hey, what you can do about that, or I'm willing to do about that, take your picks. We'll clean the end up here a little bit though. Light brushing off all the grime, that's all that was, nothing too serious. And after putting on the head there, I realized something wasn't quite right. So this side here had the same stuff as this did, and I couldn't find it anywhere. Until I went through the video and realized I pulled it off with the old head gasket, and it happened to be right there on the floor, which was massive luck. I have it here, so I'm just gonna clean it up and put it back in there. Now, perfect. It's one head in. Now let's get the bolts. So 20 Newton meters, going in first. I'll turn it up to 30 Newton meters. It's gonna be a little harder because I don't have a measure, but I'm gonna assume this is 90. So I'm gonna pull till it goes. I'm gonna pull that 90. Woo! Crap, that was a workout, alright. So now we're gonna time the engine, and realistically, after taking off the camshaft, you should have a timing tool. But because it takes like a week for it to get here, and I want it done now, I found an image online that says if back here is like this, it's 180 off. So what I'm gonna do is turn it 180, and hopefully they'll put it in the correct spot. For the button, there is a little peephole down here, if you can see it there, and you take that off and you're able to see the markings then for the timing in there. So that's how I'm gonna time the bottom of it. So let's get to it. I don't know how well you can or cannot see this. So now this should be all timed up. I'm just gonna turn it over a couple of times. That seems like we're hitting stroke again. So slowly but surely, exhaust manifold is on. Now for the intake. Now that's all back together. I cleaned the throttle body, put on the coolant intake, and now we're gonna put in these bad boys. Just can't catch a break. These are also not the right spark plugs, and I used the VIN number to buy these. Oh god, I'm just gonna have to clean these up and put them in there for now. Now I got all this built back up, and that's as far as I can go for now, because I realized that those spark plugs I have are cracked, so I have to nip over to the part shop, get new spark plugs, get some RTV for these bits, because that leaks even with a new gasket, and then continue building up from there. Whew. So, I got the right plugs here. It's time to put these bad boys in. So now we're gonna put some oil in this. I think they run at about 2.6, so we're gonna go, I don't know, 1.5, 2 liters, no more, because it's just for the flush. We're gonna put the proper oil in this after this. I just wanna make sure that anything that's in there gets caught in this and comes out when we're popping out the filter. Just a little over 2 liters. We should be fine. Now, I've also put in just water into the coolant system because I want to flush that as well. Just wanted to run around the engine for a little bit. That's pretty much it. So let me put in the battery. I was in charge for a little bit as well. I've been really dreading this moment. This is the moment of truth. All the hours of work I left on this, I say about a week altogether. I did these jobs separately but never together. I've never done a top end rebuild. And there's just so many things I'm worried about, like, are the valves seating, right? Did I skim the head well? Did I torque the head bolts well? The timing, because I didn't have the tool, I eyeballed it. But even if it runs like crap, I have the tool ordered so we can retime it again. I just hope that it runs together, because it's gonna be soul crushing if it doesn't. So, do you know what? Let's stop all these monologues. Let's just turn it over and see what happens.
And I kept trying and trying, but to no avail.
Okay, so that's weird. Also, we can turn off these wipers. So, she's cranking, but she's not turning over.
I couldn't figure out what was wrong, so I decided to try and make my own earth in case the original was bad.
There. Okay. Let me tinker with this for a little bit and try and find out what's up. And I'll get back to you. Oh, the timing is incorrect. I tried to start it and all the exhaust gases are coming from the intake. So, yeah, the timing is not good. So we're going to have to redo that. Kind of expected it though. I'm going to have a little go at it again before all the parts come, because I would really like to hear the start. But yeah, let's wait for it and see.
So in prep, I started to take the engine apart again so we could redo the timing. What a job.
So I have retimed this whole thing again. So I'm going to throw up the rocker cover, plug everything back in and spin it over. So, a lot of this dodgy timing.
And by now, I was becoming very suspicious of what's actually going on with the engine.
This is very sad. It smells. Ew. A lot. All the connectors seems connected everywhere. Don't know why it would run around before.
I finally got the tool I needed. This one here locks the cam, and this one here locks the crank. So, no more talking, let's get in on it.
Now I think I've timed everything and everything is where it's supposed to be, so let's just go and turn the key. Now folks, I think we're facing worst case scenario right now, because I believe the timing to be correct, but I think those valves aren't seating at all. So we're gonna do a little compression test. Look. Zero. How did I guess? All right, I have this syringe full of oil, and I'm gonna put that down the cylinder, see will that change it. Also, nothing. Now, because there's no compression in any of the cylinders and oil doesn't make a difference, it's probably still out of time, and I'm running out of ideas. So, this is genuinely like day 8 or 9 of me trying to put this engine in time, and it's been a real pain, trust me. I bought this here tool, and it's completely wrong. This goes onto the crank, and when you put it on, it only goes on one way. the engine is not in top dead center. There's even a little port in the back here. Can you see it? Yeah. And that shows top dead center. It's way off. I tried it that way anyway with the two tools. Not a chance. I got exhaust gases coming out the intake, so I was wrong. So what I'm gonna do now is I found a page, a forum. I found a forum online, and it said to find the red dot on this, which obviously I don't have. See? And time it with this here mark, and then get the bottom in top dead center, and make sure that the ring gear here is, it's not tightened down properly, but it actually slides from side to side, so slide it in the middle and then go from there. So I'm gonna do that. Hopefully something will happen. And at this point, honestly, I can't even remember how many times I've taken the timing belt off and putting it back on. I actually went through 2 pulleys. Oh, I did eventually manage to get it where I wanted. Now, I do know if I align this with that, it doesn't work. But there is an arrow on the inside of this. I'll show you now. See the arrow here? I'm gonna correspond with this one. And I'm gonna say that that has to line up there. Maybe, let's see. Well, not supposed to, it seems to go right in between there. So now, let me get this. Yeah, this seems right. Okay, let's stick it all back together then. See what happens. So I just put it all back together. I'm pretty happy enough with the timing, I guess. I hope nothing's in the way here. My injectors and all of this is plugged back in. It's all very provisional. Just want to see if something happens, to be honest. Now, this is probably tried 400 and something last time I counted. Much luck. Let's see what happens. Well, apparently absolutely nothing because there's no juice in the battery. That was very anticlimactic. Okay, try 400 and something again. Now with a battery. Still nothing. There's still not enough spark. But there's one thing we can do. Check if the timing is at least a little correct. And that's pop out this plug and see, are we getting at least some combustion thingy-malarkey. Now hopefully this will show compression now. If not, it means we are still nowhere near our timing. And it's going back to research. And I did research. Nope, still a big fat 0. I think it might be time to officially give up. Because I haven't a clue what's going on with this. So we gave up on the timing and we took off the rocker cover. We don't have a leak down tune, but we have some air that we're gonna put in and listen for where it's coming out of. But we still have no compression, so you can feel it here. Open up the intake. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but when we open up the intake, the sound gets worse. I'll just bring it over here. Can you hear that? That on all the cylinders and all the intake valves are letting air through. So probably the polishing didn't help at all. It was probably too far gone. So at this stage, you're just gonna need new valves or a new head.
And you already know I wasn't gonna leave it just like that. So I went and I found this engine in a breaker about an hour and a half away from me. So let's get it into Punto. Cue the music. So we're nearly stripped. I just need to disconnect all these hoses and then disconnect the gearbox and she should come out. So this looks fairly loose. Let's try and check that out. So now that this is nice and secure and I've tied it up a little bit, I'm going to take the strap off it just so I can take everything off the way I want to. Now, the reason I put it on the stand is just to clean it realistically, and I might change the timing components. Although they look good, my ones are new, so I might think about changing that. I'd like to replace the water pump because it looks a bit nasty. First, I want to check everything else out. So, in here everything looks okay. Valves look clean. Seated well. There's a bit of leak here, but I reckon that's from the water. Top gasket's not leaking here, nor is this. The water pump looks a bit weird, but it's alright. There's a leak here, but I don't know whether it's that from the main seal or from the sump. We're gonna have to wash that and find out. Let me show you. Like I said, nothing too catastrophic. Valves look okay from here. There's no real leaks here, as you can see. Maybe a little bit here. I might actually take that off and reseal it because I do have a new gasket from the other engine. The water pump on the inside looks a bit weird, but it's alright. Oil filter is okay. Sump gasket is mostly alright, except for here. I can't figure out whether it's leaking from here or from the gasket. So I'm gonna have to wash this and see what happens. All of this wetness, I think it's from me flipping the engine around. I don't think it's the head gasket. And the timing element, see? That looks new enough to me. Doesn't look too worn. Even the inside of it looks alright. Oh no, look at this. Oh no. Look at that. Crap. How did I not spot this earlier? These two seem okay-ish, almost opened. So you can see a little bit in that. I know the spark rocks were a little rusty. But crap, that could have that project right what it is. Did I just bamboozle myself again? I feel like I can't catch a break. This could be a catastrophic failure. As in, we're gonna have to get another engine. The rest of the engine, this is kind of grubby, so might need to be replaced anyway. But for now, it makes no difference because if those valves have water in them from a faulty head gasket, we're screwed. Now I know you're thinking the ports were open. They weren't. I was actually the one to take off the inlet manifold. Now, I did have a quick look at this and there is no rail on it. I should have a rail here for the injectors and that wasn't in there. So it's possible that it got in through there. I did speak to the fella who sold me this engine and he's very willing to take it back, give me my money back. But it might be just that water got in through that and condensated. Now it is bad, but maybe we can clean it up. What I'm going to do first though is I am going to put a camera in the cylinders to to see what we find. So this is my little camera. You turn it over there. Comes on. And then this end points to where you want it to. I could have them in your nose, but yeah. And it shows you what's going on. So let's put that into the car. Or into the car. Into the valves. Or into the cylinders. Sorry. And see what's going on. See a bit of grime there. In that cylinder. You can see it there. It doesn't look like there's any deterioration or something like that. I'm going to try and bend this up like that because, you know, looks okay. Let's now check this one. You can actually see the cross hatching on the cylinder wall there, which is a good sign. And even looking around the cylinder, it doesn't look too bad. There's a little bit of rust in there, but nothing crazy. Same with this one, and let's see this one. Oh no, this one is actually pitted. Look at this. Look at that. It doesn't look good at all. That looks terrible. Oh, that looks like a badly damaged cylinder, to be honest. Very rusty. The walls look pitted. I haven't actually even checked if this turns over. I think it's about time to check if the engine turns over. No, look. No, that's seized. That's absolutely seized, lads. Yeah, that's seized. That engine is donezo. No, that's not going anywhere. That is not what we wanted. That is not what we wanted. Shit. So, took the head off my old engine. And look how crooked the valves are seating. And when I put this all back together, you can watch through the other video, they're all flush. And now they're all bent out of shape. I don't understand why. Let's take him out and find out what's up. That is no longer straight. No longer straight, look at that. See? There you go, look. That's no longer straight. Maybe it met the piston. Oh, it did and all. Look. It met, this is a non-interference engine, by the way, and it met the piston due to my incorrect timing. I don't know, you can't really see it there. Yep. And you can clearly see which ones did it make it look. Bent, 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 bent. I think they're all a little twisted and bent. So that's it for our valves. They won't be used again. They're not coming back from this. Let's check the head really quickly, because this is a show. It doesn't look to be damaged by eye. By eye is the main consensus, right? Ah, yeah, this one is completely ate up. And this one as well. I'll just show you that as well. Bit more of my shame. There you go. Can you see that there? Yeah. That one's alright. That one's not. That's alright. That one's alright. And this one is it as well. So yeah, the head is bollocks as well. Go on, ladder, bye. Yeah, and to add insult to injury, you can actually see here on this one where they met. So there. Oh, there's a nice one, look. There. On this one as well, you can see it clearly there and there. And here you can see it too, over here and over there. So yeah, that's our block also done. So, cool nada, you hero. Now you really need a new engine. And honestly, with that discovery, there was only one thing I could do. And that was to gather all my stuff, pack up, and go home.